I started the portraiture project 15 years ago, and I started with my grandfathers. It started out because I wanted to kind of monumentalise them. It was a sense of hero worship. But I also wanted to show the Aborigine as a contemporary and modern peoples. And I also wanted to strip away notions of the romantic and the primitive and the ideal and the virtuous, and show blackfellas with an emotional depth and an intelligence and that. And I think all black people are like that, and I think all families are like that. So I'm using my own family to demonstrate that. There's a sense of comfort and familiarity with this drawing. I did of my dad. I did this drawing after he passed away. I didn't have him sit for me to record his image and details in his face, so I just collected as many images as I could and photoshopped them all and printed them all out, and this drawing is an amalgam of any number of those images of my dad. There's a normalcy in the Aboriginal image that I wanted to achieve within my own family. And my family is like any normal family. It's full of heroes and villains, but it's where I get my inspiration from. So I'm back in Cairns and I want to talk to my mum about my Nana. I want to see if she's got some photos of my Nana I can use to plan out a large-scale portrait next year. Hello?
Hey, hello.
Anybody home?
What you doing here? Where'd you come from?
Hello. I'm going to do a portrait of Nana, but it'll be my idea of Nana. It'll be who I think Nana is and what she means to me. But I'm not going to discount the idea that you have of Nana either. For a little tiny lady,
Nana was very strict.
Yeah.
I was brought up very strictly.
So I don't know if I'll be able to make her as tough as that, because I certainly wasn't treated as tough.
I know.
Okay, Mum, is it all right if I take these to Innisfail and get them scanned?
Yes, as long
and
as
I'll
I
sit
can
down
get
with
them
Barbara
back.
Yeah. All right then. Then
Okay.
I'll see you later.
All right then.
Yeah. Cairns is my hometown. I went to school here. I was born in Innisfail, just south of here, and I grew up between Cairns and Innisfail, always visiting relatives and cousins, and it was a full, rich Aboriginal life. I come from 3 rainforest languages, 1 desert language, which is Wanyi, my grandfather's, and Kookaburran, and I think of myself as a rainforest person, a blackfella, a bummer. When I was a kid, we had no sense of language being passed down to us, but we didn't think about that at all. It didn't occur to us that these languages were lost. My grandparents, they had a very hard life, and they almost kind of refused to teach their own children any cultural language. It was out of a sense of protection. But it resulted in my generation not really understanding how we ended up here. We're just going to make a quick detour into Babinda to the boulders. My cuss.
Hey, I've been waiting for you for a long time here, bud. Waiting for you, picking up my watch with my time and everything.
Well, you said you were going to be early. Yeah. You got out here, eh?
Oh, speaking of it,
We explain to our kids that they are bummer, and what that means. They grow up kind of set aside from that identity because they're not here, but it's still who they are.
yeah. The thing that I really kind of missed, I guess, when I was growing up, is I guess that we wasn't really talked about or even shown our culture and where we're from and that kind of stuff.
Not from our parents, eh?
No.
But, you know, goes back to actually Granny, not because she could speak language, but she refused to teach our parents.
I was talking to Mum about that, and her thoughts was that Granny didn't want the sisters and brothers to feel outcasts, I guess, because of a different language. And
That was obvious.
Yeah, and Mum actually confirmed it.
So we're heading down to Innisfail to see my cousin Barbara. My life as an Aborigine is all about the context of existing within a big family. We don't make ourselves. We exist within this whole structure of extended family, and that informs everything I do, everything I am. I don't do anything, I don't think about anything without that history informing me.
Hey! Oh, how are you?
Well, I got them photos from Mum.
Oh, that's good.
She dropped Nana's eulogy off too.
What I want to do is make an artwork about me and my cousin's relationship to our grandmother.
Oh, true.
That's really the point of it, and because the portrait that I did of Dad last year, he was a Cairns story. So I want this one to be a work about our relationship, or the cousins' relationship to our grandmother, and that story is here in Innisfail. Wow. My grandmother is probably the biggest influence on my life. She had an extremely hard life. The portrait I want to make of her hopefully will reflect that.